Boom! He's here. Motivation morning. Janik, I'm back. Let me check my setup if everything is okay. Yep. Today, we're going to talk about distractions. Distractions, because this is what we have, an era of massive distractions. Personally, I haven't seen it really as distraction before I start to really make sense of the world, because I knew there was a lot of stuff to keep us off track, to keep us off track from our real journey that we have to do here, and that's distraction. Distraction will destroy our life. Will destroy our life if we don't identify them and starve them. They will ruin your life. They will ruin your life. They will make you forget who you are. They will. And not only that, is distraction. Often we're very, very busy with our own life, and then we have distractions on top of that. Like we're busy working with the children, with stuff. And then we had distractions on top, which is the time we could take to really make it more valuable, work on our dream or stuff like that. No. Instead of that, we cave to the distraction, the nonsense. It's like this is part also of the default state of humanity, to accept all the distractions like that and be passive. Be passive. Where we don't move anymore. We prefer sit in front of the TV and be distracted. There's all kinds of things that can distract you. Music, like you can name them. I made a list here of amusement games. And also, we have to understand one thing, is that all these distractions are there by design. It's there by design. It's not something that a bunch of guys got together, decided to start the National Hockey League. Let's take, for example, the hockey. Everything, all the major team are owned by guys that part of brotherhoods and stuff like that. You cannot, all the amusement, all the distraction that we have in our society is there by design. It's there to keep you away from realizing first of all who you are, your greatness and all that. And you get so absorbed into it, and it's so negative by time too. Sometimes it's very, very negative, and you don't see it, like the hockey game. Just take, for example, the hockey game, because this is my thing that I started a lot. Is I was very, very big fan of the Montreal Canadiens, and I was watching every game on TV before. I was like, during the playoff, I had my flag outside and everything. I had flags on my car, like the whole thing. I was a big, big fan of the Montreal Canadiens. But this is where we get lost, and we idolize everybody. We encourage everybody else but ourselves in those distractions. This is what I've realized. I said, why do I go cheer for those people like that at the Bell Center? And why do I don't cheer for myself? Why I'm not realizing who I am? And anyway, all this made sense to me, that the distraction was something I had to starve. Was something I had to starve if I wanted to live my dream, if I wanted to reach my goal. Because you can call it live a dream, whatever, reach a goal, it's all the same for me. It's to have something and aim something in life to look forward to. It's very important, keeps your mind sharp. And if you're distracted by the distraction, because that's what it's there for, that's it. You will not, probably never manifest or realize your greatness, because you think it's, first of all, there's something with us that I don't know why we make. A man is just a man. A man is just a man. First of all, a man is just a man. So to idolize sports athletes and musician and star on TV, and this is false gods idolization, you can call. And should idolize yourself. You should rise in love with yourself, not fall in love, rise in love. So here, and there's something when I say it's by design is there's a document that's been written a long time ago, the Protocols of the Learned Elders of Zion. Probably most of you here on my channel have learned about that document. It's not something secret. It's on the internet. The truth and the lies are all in plain sight. It's all in plain sight. All the truth, all the lies. If you look a bit, if you take time to research, you will find out, just like I did, just like many people did, to seek is to find. But if you don't question nothing and you're stuck in distraction, you never find anything there. So in order to distract people who may be troublesome from discussion of questions of the political, we are now putting forward what we allege to be new questions of the political, namely questions of industry. In this sphere, let them discuss themselves silly. The masses are agreed to remain inactive, to take a rest from what they suppose to be political, which we train them to in order to use them as a means of combating the Goy government, only on conditions of being found new employments, in which we are prescribing them something that looks like the same political object, in order that the masses themselves may not guess what they are about. We further distract them with amusements, games, pastimes, passions, people's palaces. Soon we shall begin through the press to propose competitions in art and sport, and in sport in all kinds. And especially there's one thing that people think, I hear people say that sometimes, that the sports will unite the world, that the professional sport, the soccer, will unite the world or something like that. I totally disagree with that, because to me, it's just something to create more separation. This is what they want, to keep us separate, divide and conquer. So the languages, the games, everything that is competition, it's very important also to bring the competition at the early age. Even in school, they compete against each other all the time. You know, it's competition. We are put into such a state of competing with the next person or this and that, that we don't even talk to our neighbors anymore. You know, it's crazy. It's like we are here just for a few years, a very short moment in time, and we don't even talk to the people here. Like, it's crazy. You will talk to people, but even like the neighbors, we don't talk to them. It's crazy. They don't talk to each other. It's like people are so separate these days. And sometimes, very often, you approach them with the vibes, and because their mind is so negative, that they will think it's bad vibes. Like, it's crazy. So it's really a realignment with ourselves that we need, starting the distraction. Identify your distraction. Is very important to identify them, because we don't all have the same distraction. For me was the hockey on TV and the sports, and so I starved all this. I don't watch none of this anymore. First of all, I feel much better. I have a much more time on my hand also, and my mind is not to this, and to think that, oh, if the Canadians are going to win the next game, or are they going to make the playoff, or, you know, what is this? What is this bringing a value to myself, to my accomplishment here? Nothing. That's what I realized. It's all nonsense. It's all nonsense. And on top of it, if you look at all the professional sports, and just take, for example, the Montreal Canadiens, you know, it's just look at the colors, blue, red, and white. You know, it's the same color as the flag of France, the flag of USA. It's all blue. And the lines too, the lines on the ice. You know, I realized a lot of stuff when I said, okay, why do they create that distraction? Also, there's a lot of their satanic evil vibration inside the games to control our mind, like the lines, the blue and red line. You know, it's like why it's blue and red. Like, why is it not? Why is the police car lights blue and red? You know, ask yourself these questions. Why is there blue and red on the flag of France, on the flag of you? It's everywhere, but these are Masonic color. Masonic color, especially the blue. So yeah. Anyway, there's a lot to look at. First, it's identifying our distraction. I think is a great step to starting to start them. It took me a while to it. Like, you don't do that from one day to another. You can do it from one day to another. When you, first of all, when you feel it insults your soul, what you're looking at, you're gonna withdraw from it very fast. If you're like a bit, comment que je dirais ça, allumé, yeah. If you're a bit in tune with who you are, you're gonna your body's gonna reject it. And me, that's what it did. It's a body rejection at one point. It's just, I can't take it no more. You know, I can't take it. The brainwash and because basically that's what it's there for. Good now, everyone. Big up Ivar. Big up Ivar is in the chat. Yeah, big up everyone. Thanks everyone for logging in live. I know sometimes it's not always easy to see it live at the moment I'm going live, but at least you can watch it later if you don't watch it live. So yeah, so these interests will finally distract their minds from questions in which we should find ourselves compelled to oppose them. Exactly. That's because what they want is to keep us really dormant. If we're in a dormant state, we're not going to disturb them. But once we, like me, like others, arising and shining our light, oh, whoa, they don't like that too much. That's why every time you have a chance, shine, because they don't like that. And that's what we need. And I'm not going to stop. I don't see myself going back into distractions. Like, it's impossible. Once your mind is stretched to another, call it dimension or whatever, you can't go back. So it's like growing more and more unaccustomed to reflect and form any opinions of their own. People will begin to talk in the same tone as we, because we alone shall be offering them new directions for thought. Of course, through such persons as will not be suspected of solidarity with us. Exactly. This is the thing. It's just to, you know, so we are all thinking the same group thinking, and we all add up. That's why also they made that evil stuff with the ball earth and stuff. It's just to bring us all into the same form any opinions so we cannot form any opinions on our own. This is the thing. And they make it so potent, so there in society, that so heavy in society, that everybody thinks the same and everybody adopt the same way of thinking. And I wasn't there until I get to think differently. I got to think for myself. You know, this is just thinking for yourself. That's all it is. I'm not saying that anybody is, I'm not here to blast NASA or to blast, no, I want to think for myself. I want to think, I know they're lying, but am I going to spend all my time bringing down NASA and bash NASA? And come on, I got to promote what I love, not bash what I hate. So I got to promote what I love, and you know, I love the good vibes. I love truth. So this is what I promote. You know, if I attach my vibration to a negative vibration, that's what I will have in my everyday life. So I try to stay very positive, or to rise over the negative things. Very important to rise over the negative things, because if you don't rise up, you're going to be in the fallen state. Yeah. So of course, the part played by the liberals' utopian dreamer will be finally played out when our government is acknowledged. Till such time, they will continue to do us good service. Therefore, we shall continue to direct their minds to all sorts of vain conceptions of fantastic theories, new and apparently progressive. For have we not with complete success turned the brainless heads of the Goyim with progress, till there is not among the Goyim one mind able to perceive that under this world lies a departure from truth in all cases where it is not a question of material inventions, for truth is one, and in it there is no place for progress. Progress, like a fallacious idea, serves the obscure truth, so that none may know it except us, the chosen of God, its guardian. Man, talk about the Jewish people. Like, I don't know, probably, listen, there's something with the Jewish people for sure. I don't know if, but I'm not here, like I said, to bash Jewish. I know there's a big thing going on with them, but listen, I'm here to expose. I will not talk about stuff that I don't know and that I haven't experienced. Like, I work for Jewish people. They were a bit weird, but I mean, it's not something that, I mean, we all have we're all a bit weird anyway. I think we're all a bit weird in some way, so why judge each other that this one is more like, we're all weird in some way. We're all pretty much asleep until we wake up. Something in the conscience. So when we come into our kingdom, our orators will expound great problems which have turned humanity upside down in order to bring it at the end under our beneficent rule. Who will ever suspect then that all these people were stage managed by us according to a political plan which no one has so much as guessed as in the course of many centuries? Yeah, it's all arranged, it's all by design, but like I said, we don't really, first of all, it's very, very easy to be captive, to become captive of those distractions, especially like they make it so it's all for programming your mind, programming your brain, so you get addicted to it and you can't leave it. I think sports is probably the biggest distraction. I think games, amusement, and stuff like that. It's probably because most of us are stuck in this. Most of us go to football game. It would be nice to see people cheer that much, that they cheer at football or hockey, that they cheer for a real cause, for a cause that matters, for something that matters. But no, they go into stadium and they cheer for a team. And it would be nice to see people so passionate for their own life, and it's crazy. And we don't really see it this way because we're such in a dormant state. I wasn't seeing it as being something that was absolutely distracting me from my path in life, because I was still going forward all the time. I never really stayed in place. So, but at one point I said, if I want to go to higher ground, you have to start your distraction, because they're going to take a lot of your time. They're going to take a lot of your time. And if you don't start them, this is the valuable time. If you value your time, you will do something with it. You will not waste it on this nonsense distraction and stuff to keep you away from your real journey in life and your purpose and what you have to do here. So we all have something, but this is the thing with humanity. We have forgot our responsibility, and we have let go of everything that has to do with world duty, most of us. And we are just dormant in front of distractions and being pushed like leaf in the wind by secondary activities often, which are distraction, like you can name them. all stuff to keep you away from questioning who you are, questioning where you are, questioning the reality that you're fed on, that you've been fed, because we are it's clear that, come on, there's someone controlling our destiny. If you don't program your mind, someone else will do it for you. So it's very, very important to, I think, just to think for yourself and to question stuff, to question stuff. Very, very, in my journey, it was a determining factor to start questioning things, and yeah, and starving the distraction. Starving the distraction was it. Yeah, it was a bit. But I believe that it's in your moment of decision that your destiny is shaped. It's in your moment of decision that your destiny is shaped, for sure. If you decide, you can decide anytime to start managing your time better, and your life will change totally, totally. The moment you don't attach vibration to these nonsense distraction and amusement, and it's all there to distract your mind. This is what I realize. It's so evil. It's evil because, why I say it's very evil stuff, because it keeps you away from, I don't know, maybe it's a choice. It's a choice again to cave to those distractions. I agree, it's a choice, but I mean, they're there for a reason. They're there for a reason, and people don't really see the reason why it's there. So they just agree with it, agree with the distraction, and they pass it on to their children too. And they pass it on to the children. That's the worst. That's the worst. That's what we do, is we teach our fears to our children. This is part of teaching fears to our children, when you bring them into fear of discovering who you are. It's basically that. Why should we fear why should we fear anything, This is also a fear-based society. So get out the distraction, and distraction brings a lot of fear also because it's very negative, and a lot of stuff's gonna go away once you start the distraction. Yeah, a lot of stuff's gonna go away. A lot of stuff's gonna start to be very, very clear in your mind also about how the world functions. Because once you pull out from those Babylonian, I said it often, pull the Babylonian plug, pull the Babylonian plug, pull it off, pull it off, yeah. So you don't fuck, and I have a guy, I think he has a channel on YouTube, and I was making video in the summer, and I was talking about that, starving the distraction and everything, and he was checking my videos, and from one day to another, he took his old TV set, his box TV and everything, he returned it to the supplier the day after, because he realized this was there to enslave his mind. That's all it is. The TV is such a great tool for them to program you into their madness. Oh, if you're plugged on TV, my friend, I suggest you unplug, because it's very, very bad. It's full of lies. It's always, it's not about the truth. The news are not about the truth. So it's about who gets it out first, who puts it out. That's all. It's competition in between them, and so it's not about the truth. So if you think you're gonna look at the news and get truth there, or any other news channel, you're gonna receive truth. Forget about it. It's just, so the TV is a big thing to eliminate in your life. If you Me, I don't watch TV at all. If I get news or stuff like that, maybe through Facebook, and even Facebook is a big distraction also. Facebook is another one. YouTube is another one. You can name them, but you can So for sure, YouTube is a distraction, but it can be a good distraction. Like you don't have to turn it into something to distract the mind of people. We can use it to empower each other, and this is the way I want to use YouTube for, not to manipulate people. I want to motivate, because there is a difference. I said it before, between manipulation and motivation. When you motivate, you move people for a mutual advantage, which I'm doing here. And when you manipulate, it's for a personal advantage. It's for yourself. So I'm not here to manipulate. I'm here to motivate, to stay motivated. For me, it's very, very important to stay at a high level of motivation. To keep my mind sharp, and that's the way for me to do it. YouTube, I like doing YouTube. I like making videos on YouTube, and that keeps me away also from the distraction, because you gotta give yourself tools, so you don't, you gotta work on something, work on a dream, start the distraction and start working on your dream, and you're gonna see that, wow, hey, suddenly I have time on my hand. I have lots of time, because you had lots of distraction before. So that's what was preventing you from working on your dream, is just a distraction of working on yourself, just reading books and stuff, getting knowledge. Like even like that, like I don't stop myself at like like I will not say, like I know Graham and Cook and people like that are pushing that space stuff, but there's some good to get in everybody. Like me, I go and listen to their speech, I take what's good for me, and I discard the rest. Like we shouldn't be tearing each other down just because of difference of opinion. I think we should the mark of a what is it? An intelligent mind is to entertain an idea without accepting it, or something like that. So it's very important. Anyway, me, I try to align myself to that, to this kind of vibration, to less division, less separation, and less chaos in my life, in my head. Because this is what they want also with the distraction. It's caused chaos in your head. When you have chaos in your head, you don't think straight, you don't think clear, and first of all, you don't rise and shine. So you just stay dormant. It's very easy to get on top, like not to compete, but to get on top. Everybody stays at the bottom. Nobody really work on themselves, on their dream, because first of all, they don't have time because they're distracted. So I'm telling you, start the distraction is essential to the process of living your dream. Essential. And that's it. That's what I think about distraction. Personally, I start them. Like the only distraction that I have now, I turn it into something that can help others. Like if it has something that can benefit others, like the music, reggae music that I do, the group and the stuff, if it's to benefit other people, if it's to bring something of substantial value to me or to anybody else, yeah, I will probably be part of it, but I'm not gonna be like forgetting myself in the process and forgetting what I have to do here. Like I admire a lot of reggae singer, but I don't consider them as gods. They're just men. A man is just a man. It's like I love Perfect Gidsmani. I love Craig Rose. He's great vibes. I don't know what bring me to that guy, but it's just the vibes, I think. But the vibration match, but it's like I don't consider him as a god or anything. No, a man is just a man. We all have the divine seed inside, but it's to wake up, it's to water that seed. You have to water that divine seed inside if you want to really reach that height of feeling that divinity inside you, which I feel. I'm not afraid to admit it. I live it. Anyway, I live it, so you can see it on here. That's because I want to live my truth, not because I want to live a lie. If I would want to live a lie, I would go back into my dormant state and put on a mask and go through life like that, and fed up of that. Fed up of the mask, fed up of the lies. It's time to live the truth. You know, one life, and go so fast, so fast. You can be gone. You can be gone the next day. You never know what's going to happen to you. So that's why live your dreams, but step one is to start the distraction. Start the distraction, because we are in an era of massive distractions, and don't get caught into it. Don't get caught into it. If you are, identify it and pull away from it. Pull away from it. Pull away from the distraction. Do it 1 week. You're gonna see. Just shut off the TV for 1 week. If you're addict on TV, shut it up for 1 week. Tell me how you feel after, because I've never felt good after watching the news or the TV, or even, you know, like there's horror movies, all the movies, all the stuff like that is just to keep you into bad vibrations. It's, you know, why do we have horror movies? You know, people slaughtering people on screens. It's crazy, but people love to watch that. They crave that. I have a friend. He craves horror movies. You go, and it's such a bad vibe. Like, I went to his place once, and you enter his garage, and he's like, you can tell he's very much into the Babylon thing, and not really. Anyway, all kinds of dead faces on walls, and, you know, very much programmed. I see a guy that's very, very much programmed by the system. And this is what happened to most of us. And often that's it. We think we are awake. But in reality, we are just in distraction of who we really are. That's what happened to a lot of us. I hope a lot of more and more people waking up by the day, and at one point we're gonna restore the paradise here, and the living way that we should have, and not have all this madness out there and distractions. But again, it's a matter of consciousness. We have to raise it. Raise the consciousness, and time will do the rest. Time will tell. Ease up. That was the motivation morning onto distraction. So start your distraction, rise and shine, live your dreams. The moment you eliminate the distraction, you're gonna have a lot of time on your hand. Then manage your time properly. Use your time efficiently. Don't freak out with the clock or anything like that. That's not what I mean. But the moment, every moment, really make it special. Make every moment special, so that you remember every moment, and that you're immersed in the now every moment. This is very important. So never mind the anxiety, never mind the past, the future. Be in the now. Realize what you have to do now, here. It's all you have. You see, I'm doing that talk now, and it's going to be gone after. That's why I appreciate every moment that every videos that I make, everything that I do, I'm into the present moment, because this is all I have is the present. That's why it's called the present, because it's a gift. So realize that you have a gift of life in the present, and live it. Stop the distraction. Start them. Ease out.